What's up and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess, and I'm here with my favorite Underdog fantasy pick and plays for Monday, August 5th, 2024. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DailyDog, DAILYDOG, one word, at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. With that promo code, you get a 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $250. So if you are a sports bettor, if you are a pick 'em player already, you might as well sign up for Underdog and use that promo code and get that free play to add to your expected value. I'll get more into some other things you can do with Underdog promo money later on in the show, but let's get right into the picks. Last week was a great week for the show slips. We went 3-5 on our show slips, and turned a nice profit. I think it was plus 3.336 units, I believe, 3.6 units. So after a little bit of a dry spell after the MLB All-Star break, we got back into the thick of things with wins, and I am so happy that we turned that corner. Let's continue it through this first full week of August. We're going to be going back to baseball here. There's not really any tennis that piqued my interest. There's some challenger stuff, but I didn't really want to get into it. We ended last Friday's show with a win with Novak Djokovic, lower than half of a set lost, which was, pretty much exactly as I expected. If he won the first set versus Musetti, he was going to slam the door in the second, and that is exactly what happened. But let's stop talking about the past and let's get into this week. Let's start out with Marcus Semien of the Rangers against Hunter Brown and the Astros. So generally speaking, a lot of player-pitcher matchups are too small of a sample size to really mean that much. But when they're in division, you got to get a little bit better of a sample size. You get a little bit bigger sample size, and you get situations like this where Marcus Semien is 11 for 16 in his at-bats against Hunter Brown. That's a .688 average. He's got 10 singles versus Brown, a double and a walk. So he has done extremely well against Brown. And Brown also is not exactly the cleanest pitcher on a game-to-game basis. He goes out and will pitch 7 innings with 2 hits, and then he'll give up 12 in 4 innings the next game. And again, a guy like Semien, who is so the heart and soul of this Rangers team, he is confident in this matchup. I mean, in his last 3 games against Hunter Brown, where Brown started, he went 3 for 3 versus Brown, 2 for 2 versus Brown, and 3 for 3 versus Brown. So he's currently on an 8 at-bat hitting streak, and there was also a walk mixed in there. So he's reached base on 9 out of his last 9 times taking the plate against Hunter Brown. So this is for higher than 1.5 total bases, I should say. So we're taking Semien higher than 1.5 total bases, and he's hit 10 singles. That said, in 4 out of 5 games where Hunter Brown has been the starting pitcher, Marcus Semien has gone higher than 1.5 total bases because he's just strung together singles. Just get on base, take what's given to you. And also, Semien can get hits against the guys who come up later in the game. Whoever comes out of the bullpen for the Astros, I'm not too worried about. I think that this is crazy that this is 1.25x multiplier at 1.5 total bases because Semien has done it with regularity against this pitching opponent. And again, Semien's just a really good player. He's a guy who can hit home runs out of the leadoff spot. He's been batting out of third in the order a little bit lately as well. No matter where he is in this lineup, he is lethal. He's an offensive producer for the Rangers. So I love starting to slip off with a nice, big, fat 1.25x multiplier for 1.5 total bases. I mean, on Friday, Aaron Judge was 1.25x to hit a home run. He ended up doing it. But again, just think about the value of a guy just needing to get 1.5 total bases versus a guy needing to get a ball over the wall. That is crazy. And again, Marcus Semien is an awesome player, and he has owned this matchup. So that is where this slip is starting. Next, we're going to another total bases prop, and we're going to go higher than half of a total base for Cavan Biggio against Austin Nola and the Phillies. He only needs to get higher than half of a total base, and this is a 1.05x multiplier. So you're getting a scorcher on a guy just to get a single hit. This is crazy. I know Cavan Biggio has been ice cold. He hasn't got a hit in his last 3 games, but he is familiar with Nola. He's gone 4 of 5 versus him in his career. So it's not the biggest sample. It's not the big multi-season, multi-game sample we've got from Semien versus Brown, but it's better than nothing. And again, Cavan Biggio, the Dodgers added some guys to the team on the deadline. If he doesn't turn this around soon, he might not be on the team for long. They could cut him. So Biggio is obviously, again, he just needs a single hit. He's not having a great average. He's batting like south of 200 right now. But that said, he should be confident in this matchup, and he is either due or he's dead on arrival based on his performance in his last 3 games. And again, when you're getting a multiplier like this for a guy in a good matchup, for just a single hit to get higher than half a total base, it's pretty hard to take that off of to leave that off of your slip. So these two plays together, Marcus Semien higher than 1.5 total bases, and Cavan Biggio higher than 0.5 total bases, come together for a 3.93x multiplier. This is just 2 picks, and you're basically getting like 3-to-1 betting odds if you were to do this at a sports book. This is extremely high value play with a 2-pick slip. It's really hard to get a 2-pick slip that has this type of multiplier unless you're getting into like exotic stuff like home runs or stolen bases, or you're taking alternates for like pitcher strikeouts. So again, I'm really happy with the construction of this slip. I'm really confident in both of these guys being able to take care of business. And I think that this is a great way to start off the first full week in August with a winning show slip. Now, earlier I talked about the promo code DAILYDOG, DAILYDOG, one word, at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. It's a great way to get added value when playing these pick'ems because, again, it's hard to win these consistently, so you might as well get a little more ammo in the clip by using the promo code and getting that 50% deposit match bonus. I use the number 250 because if you max deposit $500, you'll get 250 in free play, but you don't have to do that. You can do $20 and get 10 for free. You can do 100 and get 50 for free. It is definitely worth it, and it's a great way to make sure you're not only depositing to the app, but you're also withdrawing, because that's the thing that people forget. Deposit bonuses are great, but they're only great if you use them to make sure that you're withdrawing from the app down the line. So I'm going to get into the Dong Squad here, which is my home run picks. This is one of the most fun things I do. As always, precursor, do not bet a ton of money on a home run pick'em slips. Picking guys to hit a home run is tough to do. I think we had one of our 3 guys on Friday, and then I think somebody didn't start actually, or a game was delayed or something. So I think it was 1-1-1. But that said, these are fun to throw a couple bucks on there and sweat every at bat for these guys. And you know what? If they do hit, it's a nice little payday because you're getting great odds when you're putting these long shots together. So the first guy on our Dong squad is Brent Rooker of the Oakland Athletics. He is still one of the hottest hitters in Major League Baseball. He's got a home run in 3 out of his last 5 games, and he's going against a rookie lefty for the White Sox at I was going to say Comiskey Park, like it's 1999 still. Guaranteed rate field, something like that. I don't even really know what the White Sox Park is called anymore, but there's slight winds blowing out, and he's facing a rookie lefty in this match, or in this matchup. And also the White Sox have nobody in the bullpen, and Brent Rooker is swinging for the fences at all times. He didn't get dealt. He's still playing for the Oakland. He's playing for pride. He's playing for a future contract. And he's playing, honestly, legitimately, he's not going to pass Aaron Judge in the AL for home runs, but he could still be right up there in the top 3 to 5 of guys in the league for home runs this year. And if he can do that at just age 29, he has a big payday coming in his future. And when you're playing against a rookie pitcher who's brought up from, actually was in Double-A earlier this year, Kai Bush, then into Triple-A, it's a good spot to try to make your mark on this game. And as I said, the bullpen is not good for the White Sox, so he has a shot to do this from innings 1 through 9. Next, I'm going to be fading the Big Maple from the Red Sox, former Dodgers pitcher. I'm taking Bobby Witt to have higher than half of a home run against Paxton. Bobby Witt, also one of the hottest hitters in baseball, one of the best slugging percentages in baseball through July. He's got a home run already in August, and he hit a home run versus Paxton already once in his career earlier this season. Paxton is a guy who gets the job done the ugly way. He's a guy who will give up 2 solo shots, go 7 innings while allowing 6 hits, and somehow he leads the game and scores he's only allowed 2 or 3 runs. So I definitely know that Paxton allows contact. I know Bobby Witt has the power, and he's seeing the ball really well right now. So I'm happy to have him on the slip. Next one, I'm going to be fading Andrew Heaney of the Rangers, and I'm going to be taking Alex Bregman to get a home run in this game. Bregman is 14 of 41 for his career versus Heaney, with 2 home runs, 2 doubles, a triple. And of the current big 3, if you want to call them the big 3 on the Astros, which are Altuve, Bregman, and Alvarez, the guy that is least likely to get pulled out of a game in a blowout, whether they're up or down, is going to be Bregman. Bregman doesn't have the cachet as Altuve and Yordan. It's very frustrating if you put Yordan and Altuve in your slips, and then all of a sudden it's a 6-run game in the 6th inning, and Yordan's pulled from the game, or Altuve's pulled from the game. Bregman gives you those extra at-bats more consistently, so that's why he is on this slip with our guy Brent Rooker and our guy Bobby Witt. These three plays together come together for 57.7x multiplier if all three picks hit. If it goes 2 for 3, you get 9.62x return. Again, that is the Dong Squad: Brent Rooker, Alex Bregman, and Bobby Witt Jr. The show slip is Marcus Semien higher than 1.5 total bases, and Cavan Biggio higher than 0.5 total bases for a 3.93x multiplier. That's all I've got today. Let's make some money.